I imagine that, like me, you've been told that JLR's V8 is absolutely bulletproof. From the 4-litre to the 4.2 to the 5-litre, they have been solid pieces of kit. Until recently. In the last few years, there have been two main components failing that's led to more and more V8 Jags and Land Rovers ending up in this workshop at Swallows Racing. For example, this stunning X351 XJR. It is such a nice colour, the ultimate mix of luxury and performance. I really want this car, but it has suffered a fairly severe engine failure. Let's take a look. The first big failure on all of the V8s is timing chain, specifically the tensioners. The tensioners have started to fail on these JLR V8 engines. That means the chain then goes slack, and in extreme cases, it can even skip a couple of teeth. Sometimes it'll just slap around, but if it does get to the point where it skips a tooth or two, these are interference engines, so piston is going to meet valve because the timing's all out, and you end up with a big failure. The rest of this engine is over in the workshop over there. Let's check out just how much damage has happened due to a timing chain failure. Shane, you were the man given the job of stripping this V8 down. What was it like when the car first came in? What were the symptoms?
So it came in running rough.
So it was running when it came in?
It did run when it came in, yeah.
Okay. And it was just coughing its way into the workshop?
Coughing, spluttering, yeah.
Okay.
Just constant misfire.
And what was your first clue that something was severely wrong?
The first thing we noticed is when we put the camera down the oil cap is how slack the passenger side chains were.
Right,
It was our first big sign.
But again, for these V8s, all from 4-litre all the way up to 5-litre, these timing chains are really becoming a thing, aren't they? Like, there's this whole side of the workshop.
Yeah.
There's almost certainly at least one timing chain getting done, right?
Yeah, they're becoming a lot more popular now.
And that's not the chain, it's the tensioner, right?
Probably the secondary tensioners fail, yeah.
Right, okay. And if that fails badly enough,
this happens.
we're skipping teeth,
Yeah.
and this is what happens. Can we do a little valve comparison? So I'm gonna say, I reckon this is our worst one. And if we get a nice straight one.
There isn't any straight ones on
Well,
this side.
straighter. It's this, this was the other side, right?
Yeah.
Don't know if we can get that on camera. So there's like a slightly bent one, and then look at the state of that. That's heading, I would say, towards 20, 25 degrees. So that is piston heading up, smashing a valve, and when it smashes one, the chance are it smashes them all in. And in terms of the work that's now going to go into this engine, where would you start?
The heads will be sent away,
Right.
faced.
So the heads are okay?
Heads are okay.
They've not been battered?
No, they're all right. They'll be skimmed, sent away. They'll have all new valves, and then all the valves have to be seated.
And is there only one side of the engine that's failed? And is that just down to whatever tensioner fails?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one's only the passenger side.
And is it the passenger side tensioner that's more common?
Yeah.
Or is it a bit of a lottery which tensioner goes?
Majority of the time it's passenger side that's slacker.
Okay, and this is failure number one, and specifically on the 5 litres being direct injection, I've seen some cars come in also with failed injectors. So why are the injectors failing as well?
They fail all the time in injectors. You get a lot of injectors.
Is there a reason? Are they just working too hard? What's the...
There's no real particular reason. We just find out they end up just over time they're just constantly throw fuel through all the time.
Okay. And if they fully fail, that's a flooded piston, can go as far as like hydrolocking the engine in some cases?
We've had it before, yeah, it's hydrolocked.
Okay, and is it just one injector failing, or can it all happen at once? Or?
Normally it's a couple, multiple.
Okay, so if I go out and buy a X351 XJR, which is what I'm wanting to do, first thing I'm going to bring it in here and get you to have a look at the chain.
Yeah, I'd give it once over, check chains.
If any XJR is worth saving, it's this one. Let me put down the bonnet so you can see this car in its full glory. Maybe like that. It is British Racing Green, but it's a sparkly British Racing Green with these bonnet vents that immediately, if you know, you know, it's got the 5 litre supercharged underneath when you see those. Coming round, we've got red calipers, and that then ties into probably the most controversial part of this car, the interior. British Racing Green outside, red leather inside. I guess for an R, if you're gonna go for this ration interior, go for the supercharged one. But yeah, it's not for me. I think I'd want to have cream or tan in here, and the seats can swap out and the rest of the interior is just black. It's got this nice red stitching, but you'd get away with putting another interior in here. But fair play to the owner. It's a bit of a statement. The whole car, really. I absolutely love it. The thing with the XJR, again, as I say, it's one of those if you know, you know. It's got this really, really subtle badge on the side, just saying XJR there. And you also have R, just a little plaque on the wheels there. Look at that. For me, this is a much cooler car than an M5 or an RS6. Might not be as quick, drag race, it might get annihilated off the line. British Racing Green supercharged XJR, I would daily the hell out of one of these. So these V8 engines have been really solid up until these recent issues. So let's go through the history of this power plant. It started codenamed the AJ V8 and was designed to replace both the AJ16 straight 6 and the ancient Jaguar V12 with this V8 sitting bang between them. It was designed by Jaguar just before they were bought over by Ford in the 90s, and it started off at 4 litres and was put into the XJ, the XK8 and the Daimler V8. It was then quickly supercharged for the XJR, XKR and the Daimler Super V8. The 4 litre was also found in early S-types. It then grew to 4.2 litres, where the supercharged version was found in the X150 XKR and stuff like the S-Type R. It then grew to its final iteration, the 5 litre, with the biggest change with that engine being the move to direct injection, a trait that is now coming back to haunt the JLR engineers. Starting off its life at 290 horsepower with the naturally aspirated 4 litre, it ended up at 600 horsepower in the Project 8. It has to be one of the most versatile British engines ever made. Having spent a lot of time in and around the Swallows workshops recently, the frequency of V8s getting timing chain work is only increasing. In fact, Chris Harris's Super V8, his Daimler, was in here getting that exact job done very recently. Thankfully, the guys and girls here are absolute pros and will get your V8 back out on the road no matter how bad the damage is. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the Swallows Racing channel for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one. What a car.